afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mark and Sarah and Earl the Pearl Clements from Colliers International. We are here today at the shops at CenterPoint at the corner of 28th Street and East Beltline. We're here today over the next 10 or 15 minutes to kind of talk to you a little bit about what's going on the 28th Street retail corridor at the shops at CenterPoint, at Woodland Mall, and everything else on 28th Street. So Earl here has been in the retail industry for about 60 years. He helped acquire and do a lot of things over here at when it was Eastbrook Mall, then CenterPoint Mall, and then our clients bought it about 4 years ago and renamed it the Shops at CenterPoint once it was demalled. We're here today in front of Sierra Trading Post, which is a subsidiary of TJ Maxx. This is a sporting goods store, men's, women's, and children's clothing, and they are opening up when, Earl?
April 21st.
April 21st here. Be the first notice here of the date going live. We're going to kind of take a little bit of walk inside, give you a look at what the interior looks like while they're getting set up. No clothes here, no shopping yet, just fixtures. So come on in and we're going to give you a look around. So Sierra Trading is a very brand new tenant to West Michigan. They've got 2 stores on the east side of the state. This is probably going to be the first and only one in Grand Rapids area. So Earl, give us a little idea of how we created the space for Sierra Trading and TJ Maxx.
This area that Sierra is taking up was a combination of about 5 different stores that we demolitioned everything, took some space out of the common area hallway, and built the new store. So it's just a phenomenal one large store made out of 4 or 5 empty stores to create this position next to Nordstrom Rack.
So we got about 20,000 square feet of brand spanking new retail space to the 28th Street corridor. As you know, TJ Maxx has been very active in Grand Rapids in West Michigan. They've got multiple stores. They've got a Marshall's going up just down the street next to Burlington
Home
Coat
Goods.
Factory. We got Home Goods and TJ Maxx, which are top 5 performers in the country. So this is kind of the inside of Sierra. Notice the beautiful orange and green tones in here. They're in the fixture mode. Clothing and all their accessories and things are going to be starting to come in the next couple of weeks. And once again, that opening date is going to be April 21st. So Earl, what are some of the other things that are happening here at the shops at CenterPoint?
We have opened about 3 weeks ago a Chick-fil-A, which is the first Chick-fil-A restaurant on the southeast quadrant of the city, doing very well. At that intersection of East Beltline, 28th Street. We did that and chose that spot because there are 72,000 cars per day at that intersection every day.
And how did we come about trying to find that location for Chick-fil-A? Because no one really knew that you could build on that property.
Well, it had been empty forever. The mall's been here since 1966. And no one ever thought about using that area out in front of Toys R Us. We looked at that, decided that's something that we could create a spot for Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A came into town, loved the location, obviously, and we have a Chick-fil-A open now. So if you haven't stopped there, be sure and do that. And while there, come on over to CenterPoint and enjoy the other shops that we have to offer. In addition to that, we've got several more restaurants coming. We can't name the names yet, but we have some more service operations going. So there's quite a bit of new activity with new stores coming to CenterPoint.
And Abby, if you can pan out real quick and kind of just show them the color scheme that's going on in here. Like I said, this is brand new retail space, never really in production, and we just kind of combine this whole space for the shops at CenterPoint for Sierra Trading to take over. So something fun and something interesting that we're going to do now. Abby, come on back with us. We're going to do something really crazy, go on a little bit of an excursion. We're going to go on the roof and kind of give you a view of what the 28th Street skyline looks like. So we're going to hold there for a second. We're going up. Earl's on the darn ladder, hitting the roof deck.
Don't show pictures of me.
Abby's on her way.
Mark is following up. should be wearing hats, but notice we don't have hats on today. But we are blessed to have some very nice weather for being on the roof here at CenterPoint.
Nice and sunny here. Give us a couple of more short ladders, and we're going to be up on the roof deck. Give you an idea of a panel scene of what's going on 28th Street.
Let's talk about Woodland Mall over to our west with a huge transition going on there. Sears has been bought by the ownership of the mall, and they are demolitioning that and building a new Bon Mar department store with an additional extension of the mall and lots of fine new stores there right across the street.
So the key here is Woodland's going to be undergoing a $100 million renovation and expansion. Those that say retail are dead, wrong. Retail is alive and well, and we're going to show you over the next couple of minutes of what's happening here. We're going to walk you. We're at the highest point on 28th Street right now. Sorry while I catch my breath. That's a lot of stairs.
Wait till you get my age, Mark.
So if you take us to the left here, and that Planet Fitness and Airtime used to be Menards for many, many years, for a couple of decades. And when they closed a few years ago, ownership found a way to split it up, as they had with other older Kmarts and big box stuff. We've got Planet Fitness, Airtime in there. We're also negotiating with another large entertainment user to go in to fill the balance of that space. So we're going to go to the highest point here, kind of give you a view of some of the interesting and fun things, watch your step, that we got going on and planned for the shops at CenterPoint and what's due to 28th Street corridor. So most people were a little disappointed when MC Sports went out of business. But in our world, that vacancy that MC Sports brought a brand new retailer in Ashley Furniture to Grand Rapids and 28th Street. It's the first store in Western Michigan. We've got another store in Lansing that recently opened, and they're working on other locations for the state of Michigan as well. So Ashley picked up the entire MC Sports, opened up a couple of weeks ago, and are doing very, very strong. So in our world, Earl talked about the Chick-fil-A going up over there, and Earl's going to talk to you about a couple of new buildings that we're going to be putting up here at the shops at CenterPoint soon.
Between the Toys R Us building and the Home Goods building, TJ Maxx area, in the parking lot, we're going to construct a new 93,000 square foot building.
9,300.
Excuse me, 9,300 square feet. And we already have potential users for both end caps of that building. We'll need a little infill, so that building will start construction hopefully here in the next month or so. Then in addition to that, over at to the west side of Fifth Third Bank, we have a vacant lot, and we're going to build approximately a 7,300 square foot building. And again, we have tenants that want to be in that building. So what we really have is not enough buildings, in the proper location. That just goes back to tell you that location is so important in the retail world.
Now, Earl talked about 75+ thousand cars that cross the interchange of East Beltline and 28th Street every single day. When a retailer or food user wants to come to Michigan, they want to come to Grand Rapids, 98% of the time they're putting their first store on 28th Street in this particular corridor. So if you think about all the newness that wants to come to West Michigan, they want to be here, and we're trying to find a way to shoebox them all in our particular geographic location of 28th and the Beltline. Unfortunately, we're pretty much out of land, so we got to think outside the box of what's available and where we can put these national and regional tenants.
As you can see also today, I mean, it's Thursday afternoon at about 20 minutes till 3, and yet there are a lot of cars in our parking lot, which is what we want.
So in addition to a couple of other retails that we talked about on 28th Street, we've got the Ashley Furniture that took over the MC Sports. We've got Marshall's going into a redeveloped location just literally right across the street there by Burlington, as you can see over there. We've got a lot of other activity here that's happening down the eastbound line south a little bit. And then, of course, there's always things happening on at Woodland, which is, I think, 95 or 96% occupied at the current time.
Yeah, that's a good number for them. They're doing very well over there. In addition, of course, most of you have probably heard that Toys R Us has declared bankruptcy. In our mind, Mark's in my mind, and of course the ownership of the center, that presents a possible new ability to have more retail here. So it opens up at a very good location, you know, the possibility of new retail to come to CenterPoint. So we look at that as a positive situation in the net effect to everything. Even though, yes, we're losing a store, it gives us the opportunity, because of our location, to add new stores which want to be here.
And those that say, they talk about, I keep going back to this Amazon effect and the online digital sales and e-commerce. Yeah, that stuff is positive and it's growing, but yet people still want to go to brick and mortar stores. They want to be able to walk out of Dunham's with their kayaks. They want to be able to walk out of Home Goods with all their accessories, put those things to use in their home, and go over to a DSW, grab those nice pairs of sandals that you're going to need here real soon, because spring is coming. It's beautiful out today, but it's only 40 degrees, but it's very nice. So people still want to take that stuff home with them, put it on, use it, get their money's worth from the moment they buy it versus waiting for it to get here in the mail. So behind us, you'll see the Orbit Room, Kim's Laundry, and a building over there. That building, it's sometime in the near future, that'll be all go away. We have the opportunity to do a lot of retail there, and/or office, hotel, multifamily, all different kinds of things we can do when those leases are up. That building is very aged and archaic, and it really doesn't fit in today's retail landscape as far as its aesthetics. It's not really aesthetically pleasing to the market. So before we leave, we're going to have Abby give you one more pan out of what the 28th Street corridor looks like. It's a very large corridor, and there's a lot of activity here. It's Thursday afternoon, and there's people coming and going, and it's been fantastic for the center.
One question we have is, how's that Toys R Us doing on 28th Street?
The Toys R Us store, that's a good store for them. It's a very good store. But they, as a company as a whole, with 700 and some odd stores, obviously aren't doing enough volume to keep the company going. So,
and the landscape of the toy business is dramatically changing all
You
the
bet.
time. You know, in the electronics world, Best Buy in the past, you know, when the whole Amazon effect came around, people would go into Best Buy or Circuit City before they closed, try on the headphones, try on the products that they wanted to use, and see what they liked. Then they went online and bought it. Well, these retailers ebbed and flowed with the world and changed their business model. We don't believe that Toys R Us was fast enough to change their business model, thus resulting in the situation they're in today. So we're excited about what's happening on 28th Street. We want to thank you guys for chiming in today. On behalf of Earl Clements, Abby, Mike, and Jeff, we want to thank you guys for helping us out for this little quick Facebook Live on what's going on the 28th Street corridor.
getting us on the roof.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Thank you.